Once again, Imogen Heap, the English singer, songwriter, pianist, producer, my guest on Soundcheck, performing live at our piano, and another song from her album Ellipse, which is out today. This is called Half-Life. You started as a classically trained pianist, right?
I did, yes. I did indeed. Well, kind of. I learned I learned grades at school. I was never going to be, concert pianist, I don't think. Well, maybe if I'd practiced more. But what I was quite enjoying as a kid was not really the stuff of playing other people's stuff. I didn't really enjoy that. I kind of had to do that. But what I liked doing was having a piece of Debussy or something and start playing something. And then in the kitchen, my mum would be in the kitchen and I'd play things that I think that she would have thought would still have been Debussy. But actually, I was just improvising. So you
would start with the classics and just see where it took you.
Yeah.
Any remnants of those days in the fact that, there's an almost orchestral quality to a lot of your songs. And even if the orchestra is just layers of your voice, there is that sense of orchestration.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't see the voice as this kind of one thing that's kind of sellotaped on top of all the rest of this music underneath it. I really see it as something that weaves in and out of the music itself, and sometimes a bass line. I do have some linear bass lines, I guess, that go all the way through, but mostly I like it when there's this question and answer between different sounds and textures, and maybe that does come from me being a young girl and learning the cello and learning the clarinet and learning about harmony and counterpoint and orchestration in school. I really did enjoy that side of thing, and I love being a part of an orchestra. And so I think I do take that into the studio with me, yeah.
And when you were a kid learning all these instruments and counterpoint and theory and stuff, were you also listening to pop music at the same time?
Not so much, but I did love Michael Jackson. I did indeed.
Adam from Staten Island has a question for you. He writes that Imogen has truly become a pioneer in using technology to connect with her fans. While she frequently collaborates with other artists, one gets the sense she prefers to go it alone with regard to production. How much of this attitude was influenced by her experience surrounding her first album? We should explain the first album.
Yeah. What happened in the first album was I recorded that one between kind of 17 and 20, and I worked with three different producers. And I really enjoyed working with each and every one of them. They're very different in all of their own rights. Guy Sigsworth, who I later ended up being in Frou Frou with, is very much has a sound of his own. And actually, I didn't feel at the time when I was 17 I wanted to work with somebody like Guy, because he was so overpowering musically that I felt like I needed to learn a bit more about my own sound. So I chose producers where they were more helped me kind of bring out my own natural sound, my own sound, which is so I did more stuff with these other guys. But then when I worked with Guy with Frou Frou, I was kind of a force of my own in the studio, so I felt like I could battle it out with him and feel pretty confident in that. And then I learnt so much from Guy, working with him. It was really fantastic, and I just felt technology's moved on so much, and I didn't have to have a big desk and have me and the T-Boy and 5 other people kind of attached to the faders to try and do all the complicated moves I wanted to happen in the studio. I can now do it in the quiet of my own home, and
so technology's made it possible for you to go it by yourself.
Absolutely, yeah, it's amazing. And even just in the last 2 or 3 years, what's happened in technology as far as kind of going on. That's quite distracting. It's me.
There's you talking over you singing. Yeah.
Weird. I'm going to take the headphones off. So I've lost my thread now. Sorry.
Well, we were wrapping up anyway, but yeah, the technology has made it possible,
yes,
and the results are on MySpace and now in the stores. Ellipse is the record. It's streaming at your MySpace page, and it's out today. And the song called Bad Body Double in the background is also from the new record, and a little bit of a different sound from the things you've been playing for us here in the studio.
Yes.
Imogen, thank you so much for joining us. We'll look for you late November here in New York on tour.
That's right. Yeah.
And that'll do it for Soundcheck today. Tomorrow, the audience for jazz is shrinking and growing older fast, according to one music critic. His words have set off a heated discussion in jazz circles, and we'll debate whether America's great art form can be saved. Also tomorrow, live music from the eclectic guitarist Smokey Hormel. Our technical director is Irene Trudell. The program produced by Brian Wise and Joel Meyer. Our executive producer is Gisele Regatau. And we'd help today from Nandini Balial. I'm John Schaefer.